So walk us through what you're going to do.
Sir, it's right here. I'm going to do a palm elbow, same time. That's really far away, but this is going to be a roundhouse. Turn it that way. Yep. This is going to be a spin heel. That. This is an elbow. This is a punch. And that is a three-board hot side.
Top forward slightly. Yeah. And then, Dexter,
Sir,
I want to see your palm elbow again.
sir,
I'm a little dubious in spacing.
sir.
So my concern, my
Sir.
concern is that I'm okay with palm strike, but this needs to be closer
Yes,
than I
sir.
think it is.
Do you want to see it, sir?
No. He's good. He's always good. Okay, board holds, take a knee. Sir?
Sorry? Does this go lower? Yeah. Okay. I actually am going to start my time acknowledging first. Always acknowledge the others around you and that supported you. First is God. Be on guard. Stand firm in faith. Be courageous. Be strong. It's 1 Corinthians 16:13. It's really dear to me. My second acknowledgement is to my son, Philip. Philip, you are so bright and so amazing. I can just guide you in a way that you see your potential and your inner power. You are going to be one amazing man. And I am very proud to be your mom. My second, and my family. My best friend Jamie is with me. I'm truly honored they're in the hot pink shirts. I don't know why. It's really funny. I don't invite anybody to my testings, and my aunt and uncle, my cousin Debbie and cousin Timmy are here. Tim, sorry. I didn't ask them. They just wanted to come, and I just find that touched my soul deeply. Terry Felkel. Terry Felkel has been with Sun Soo before it even opened, I believe. I'm not kidding. He was friends with Master Morris way before, and we are such amazing friends, and I'm honored that you're here with me today. My mighties, the fact that I get to test with little Miss Adelaide, that is like the greatest example of what the program looks like, is just a blessing to me. So thank you. Luca Di Janeiro, I have my heart set with you with me, and I am going to be your big cheerleader when you go, hopefully, the next time you get to go. And Noah, go back. Oh, yeah. Noah, go. Well, actually, can I have a moment? If you're a Mighty Tiger, Mighty Lion grad, stand up. Please. They make my heart sing. They just make it beautiful. Master Morris, the fact that you invest time in me as a friend and as a mentor in this art, and you hold nothing less than my very best, that I question your judgment sometimes. but the fact that you give me a nudge back and you keep seeing things in me, I really am honored that you want to take that journey along with me, and it's a blessing to call you my teacher, so thank you. Okay, I'm going to hit the goals at the end, but here's my essay. I can do anything through him who gives me strength. Another strength of mine is practice, and practice I have two. One is my Christianity, and the other is my martial arts practice. I've been practicing martial arts for over 10 years, and the word practice is something that takes time, effort, and action. I come to recognize my practice has provided huge benefits through every aspect of my life. To give you a better understanding of the transformation of the person in front of you now, I will shine a spotlight on where I began to give you a context of how I came to hear my inner voice. As a white belt, I didn't have a voice in any area of my life. My first 2 weeks on the big blue mat, I cried. I didn't key up, and I trembled, I did, having male partners, even if they were near me. At home, I was submissive. I kept most of my thoughts to myself, and I focused on others' needs always. Through the color ranks, I worked through a lot of triggers. I faced down some deep-seated fears, and I started to trust what Master Morris saw in me. He would tell me to give myself permission to be powerful. I felt a drive to put forth the effort into having the trembling and inner fears stop. I also started to put effort in searching for my voice. I found training fun. It was powerful. I started to hear a warrior voice inside. But I would question that voice, and it would allow it to be overshadowed by the voice of Master Morris, my husband at the time, and my family, all the people I respect and sought approval from. Please keep in mind, I put their voices ahead of my own. This was my choice. I always listen. I try to keep others happy, filling a need even before they knew they needed it. But I wasn't listening to myself. I kept the thoughts and opinions of others above my own. I have always tried to be the person others wanted me to be, fulfilling expectations others had of me, fulfilling those expectations to the best of my ability, adhering to the labels society suggests that I should be. I was good at that. I was exceptional at meeting those expectations of those labels. Seeing the joy it brought others brought joy to me. It really did. But I realize now, I was only allowing others to see the surface of me. I was seeking the approval of others without thinking about the approval of myself. It actually never crossed my mind. I always have been known to be friendly and full of joy. I love talking to people, learning about them. I thought I was giving all of me, but in reality, I didn't know who I was. I couldn't hear my inner voice. I couldn't hear my inner voice speak. Actually, never thought to listen. Entering the black belt ranks, I started to realize I was the only one who was going to control the authentic me. I was starting to practice using my inner voice externally. I found communication to be difficult. I was afraid I would use the wrong words, be misunderstood, or God forbid, disappoint somebody. Would people really like me or accept me for me? What if I disappointed those who I hold so dear to me? I just kept practicing. I entered the instructor training program. I feel it's an honor to be an instructor here. The training is intense and very demanding. Ms. Goyer and I started the program together. Goyer, we have paved a lot of road together, and I'm forever grateful for you. I feel very blessed to have you as my friend. The training program became more of a demand to practice using my inner voice. I had to reflect more on who I was on the inside. I needed to figure out how to own my own space, use clear communication to get my point across in a way that benefited you, the students, first and foremost. Master Morris said to remember when an instructor leads a class, it has nothing to do with the instructor. It's nothing about you. The class is for the students, and it has everything to do with the students' experience. I worked very hard to find that balance between being me and creating a space for other practitioners to grow as well. We are all working to grow. Also during this time, I was in marriage counseling. And if you've ever been through counseling, you know you have to talk about yourself. Yeah, reflect on the inside. I needed to look back on what my life has been like and decide if it was happening, what was happening was really me, or was I allowing others to speak for me? If anyone's ever seen Inside Out, the counselor asked, who are you with the most? And I said, Joy, I'm Joy. And he said, okay, how did the movie end? I went, oh, I don't know. That's a very joyful answer if you've ever seen the end of that movie. Just block it all out, stay joy. I didn't like digging deep, but I had to be open and honest with myself. I had to trust my own voice and think what I was feeling, decide what I thought would be the best for me and communicate it. I allowed a voice to come out that I had never paid any attention to before. Through the process, I realized that it was okay to redefine relationships and be true to the relationship and to myself. I have a calmness and acceptance for who I am. I learned to be accepting to the growth and the change that occurs naturally. I'm okay with that. My relationship with my husband, co-parent, is still full of honor and respect for one another. It's just different. We just redefined it. Today marks my first steps into the master ranks. I'm so excited to see what lies ahead. I have no regrets in my life. My life makes me who I am today. The happy, joyful moments, as well as the scars, are just good stories. I get to decide what defines me. No labels, please. I'm not a victim. I'm not a survivor. I'm just Amy, stepping into my own power, hearing my own voice.